Good morning, guys. How are you today? Well, actually, probably good afternoon or good early evening by the time this video goes up. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you being here. I hope while you're here, you'll decide to join our family. We do a lot of different things on this channel. Go down below, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it. Doesn't cost you anything and it means a lot to me. When you hit the notification bell, you'll get notified when I upload. And if the video looks like something you're interested in watching, then come on over. If not, I'll catch you on the next one. Go down below, hit that thumbs up. Means a lot to me too. Helps out my channel, lets YouTube know you enjoy seeing my content. And also leave a comment. Say hello. Let me know that you stopped by. I enjoy getting to know you all. Happy Get Ready With Me Wednesday. And I just want to say, since I missed last Wednesday, happy anniversary, Kat. We've been doing this for over a year now. So hard to believe. I had the date. I think it was January 15th was the very first time that we collabed with each other. So yeah, it's amazing that we've been doing this for that long. I love you so much, Kat. But happy Get Ready With Me Wednesday. I appreciate y'all being here. If you want to see what palette I'm going to use and the look that I'm going to do, then stick around because I'll be right back. Welcome back. Anyways, all right, let me get into my base. I used my Wet n Wild Cream Beige Foundation. One of my other videos, I showed you the doe foot or the applicator for my Avon. This is the applicator for the Wet n Wild. It's like a scoopy thing. And you just scoop it out and put it on. I don't mind this one. I don't like the pumps aren't bad, but then you got to put it on your hand. That you don't have to put it on your hand or anything. Then I used my e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. This is in light sand. I love that concealer. It really brightened, I think it brightened up my under eyes. And then I used my Cover FX that I got in my BizyBeauty store PR box. I just used the powder, the bronzer, and the blush. I haven't used any highlighter yet. We might do that. And then of course, I used my brow palette that I got from Flawed and Fabulous, Stacy. I use it every day. So today for my palette, for Get Ready With Me Wednesday, I'm going to use this LA Girl Break eyeshadow palette that I got from Flawed and Fabulous as well. Let's open it up and see what's inside. This was broke and I repressed it. Let me take this plastic piece off so you can get a better look. Pretty colors, huh? All right, I did put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids as well. I'm going to go in with this. The colors are on the, which way does it go? There we go. Looks like this top color would be Delicate. Oh, sorry guys. So we're going to go into that color all over my lid, just for a base color. So I guess we can continue the story times for Get Ready With Me Wednesday. Let's see, what can we talk about today? Well, I was telling you guys that me and my sisters were in like a group home when we were younger, and that my dad had done a lot of fundraising and going to the newspapers and stuff back in Maryland to get us out of the group home we were in California. And he came out and got us with my stepmom and then took us back to Maryland. When we got back, there were so many people at the airport. It was insane. I just remember, there's not a lot I remember, but I do remember getting off the plane and being very overwhelmed by all the people that were there. There was newspaper people there. There was a TV station. We got interviewed on the news, and then the newspapers did a story on us. It was very overwhelming time. I'm going to use this color right here, which is Breathtaking. breathtaking. And I'm going to put that in the crease. So we stayed at my grandma's and my grandpa's for about, I want to say it was about 3 months, because of how everything happened, and my dad needed to get a place for all of us to live. So me and my sisters ended up living with my dad and my stepmom after a few months. I stayed with them till I was, I want to say 12. So like 3 years. I don't want to say anything negative, but this, I'm just telling my story from when I was a kid, from what I went through and how I felt in my life. I did not like my stepmom very much at all. We have since mended, I guess you could say. We've, you know, I'm older, she's older. We've mended any hard feelings or hurt. You know, we've let it go. But it was rough when I was a kid, especially after the way that my parents got divorced and being in a group home and my mom having a breakdown and being sick. There was a lot of stuff. I mean, there was things I remember when my mom was having her breakdown, like crazy things that she did. Like, it wasn't even my mom. Like, I remember we were driving down the street one time, and it doesn't sound like that bad, but in the situation it was. We were driving down the street and my mom was just like being different, and she was like, "Oh, look at that guy over there, say hi." And it was just weird when she was going through her breakdown, and it was a little scary. But my stepmom, when we were living with my grandparents, she came over one day. She had us all take, I don't remember, like $5 or $6. Maybe it was $10. She had us take like money out of our piggy banks. And she took us to get our haircuts. Now, mind you, my hair was probably, I want to say, down to my waist, the middle of my back, my waist. It was super long. She all took us in to get our haircuts. She got my haircut like hers. And it was like a boy cut. It was literally like so short. And she styled my hair the way she did. Now, can you imagine 9, 10 years old, going to school, your hair is like super short, and it's styled like, I don't know, a 35, 40-year-old woman when you're 10, 9, 10 years old, you know? You get teased a lot. I got teased all the time. I remember I went to the skating rink one time, and it was all girls skating. I was out on the skating rink with my friends, and there was little boys across the side. It was all girls skate, and there was boys on the side, and they were like, "It said all girls skate." And I can remember starting to cry, and I just skated out of the little opening right into the girls' bathroom. It was hard to be teased like that. So that wasn't a good start with my stepmom. And I used to call her Gloria all the time. Now I'm going to go in with, I'm sorry, I'm not telling you what I'm doing. Dusk. Dusk is this color right here. And I'm going to put that on the outer part here. Let me find my mirror. Where's my mirror? Right there. Got it. I got this from Stacy too. But, so I didn't have a very good start with my stepmom. That was the first thing. And then, okay, not that kids don't have to have responsibility and stuff, but when you're 9 years old and you have like all these responsibilities, it's hard. Like, me and my sisters were the ones that cleaned our house every Saturday. And so I was 9, 10. And then my younger sister, what, Brandy would have been 7, 8, and Missy would have been like 3, 4. But we used to have to clean the house every Saturday, just the 3 of us. And I can remember one time we cleaned the house, and my stepmom, I'm just putting this underneath as well, she had like white gloved it, and she found some dust that we missed. I guess we didn't do a really good job, and she made us all clean the house again. I mean, now it doesn't really seem that bad. I mean, you gotta clean the house, but when you're a kid and you have to do all that stuff yourself, it was hard. It sucked. Then there was another time that I did the dishes, because we had to do the dishes too, of course. I didn't rinse out the pitcher good enough, and there was a little bit of soap in the bottom of the pitcher. So she made a pitcher of Kool-Aid with the soap in the bottom of it, and made me drink the entire pitcher of Kool-Aid with the soap in it. So that was another thing that kind of made me not like her too much. She used to want me to call her mom, and I was like, no, you're not my mom. And she used to say negative things about my mom too, which I really didn't like. And I was old enough to know that it wasn't true, because she would say my mom was crazy, and those were, and at those ages, before I moved out to California to live with my mom, those were times that I started hearing little things here and there about having an older sister, and that my mom gave a baby up for adoption. I didn't believe it. And then every time my stepmom would talk mean about my mom, I hated it, you know. And then one time I got really sick. I was so sick, and I was on the couch, and I was just crying, and I was crying for my mom. And everybody that was there, well, not everybody, there was a couple people that were there, and they told my stepmom that I was crying for her. So from that day forward, she made me call her mom. Because even at that age, I didn't want to, I guess, have any drama or whatever. So I didn't want to tell her that when I was crying for my mom, I was actually crying for my mom, for like my real mom. So I ended up calling her mom after that. And I only stayed with them for so long, for 3 years. And then when I used to cry to my dad all the time, I want to go live with my mom, I want to go live with my mom. Finally, he ended up buying me a plane ticket and sent me to go live with my mom when I was about 12 years old. So as soon as I moved in with my mom, I started wearing makeup. I grew my hair out. I started shaving, because that was another thing. My stepmom wouldn't let me shave my legs. So when I would go to school and I would have to change my clothes in gym, I was the only one that still had like hair on my legs. And it was so embarrassing. So when I moved in with my mom, I started doing all the things all the other girls were doing. It was like freedom. And we lived in Fullerton, California, right across from the college. It's like Fullerton University. We lived in an apartment complex right across the street. I loved it there. We lived on the 3rd floor of the apartment complex, and there was a pool, and I remember thinking that was so cool that we had like a in-ground swimming pool. And the weather was amazing in California. I loved it there. And I remember asking my mom one time for something. I can't remember what it was. And this was closer to when I was like, I'm going to say 14, 15-ish. And she said no, because I wanted like a certain hair care or whatever. And she said no. And that's when I decided, all right, time to start making some money. And they had a, I'm just using this brush to blend this out a little bit. They had a, like a community center where people would post up about needing people for work to make money, especially when you're younger and you can't actually have a real job. So I babysat for this one lady. I messed that up because after I babysat for a few weeks, she came over one night and I had fallen asleep on the couch. I came home from school and I sat on the couch and I was watching TV and I fell asleep and I didn't hear her when she came. So I lost that job. And then I cleaned houses every other Saturday for this other lady. I stuffed envelopes at one point to make some money. And as soon as I was old enough, there was a Round Table Pizza in a shopping center across from my apartments where I lived. And there was like a Rite Aid type of store. And it was like a strip mall. So I was walking by the Round Table Pizza one day and they had this big picture window and you could see them in there cooking. We were walking by one day and I looked in and there was these 2 college boys in there and I thought they were super cute. So guess where I turned in an application to get a job? Yeah, because I wanted to work with those cute boys. Luckily for me, the guy that did the interview, I'm just going to use this little spongy thing that I have. The guy that interviewed me thought I was cute, so he gave me the job. And I want to say this was probably October. I'm going to go in with Soul, which is this color right here. And I'm just going to tap that down on the lid. But anyways, so I got called in for an interview and I went in for my interview and I was like, I want to say it was October because I know it was right before I turned 16. I was just old enough to start working and I've been working ever since. And that was one of my favorite jobs ever. We used to hang out after closing and we would watch TV in the back and we would make wine coolers because there was like a bar. So we would take, you know, like whatever wine, I can't remember what wine, and mix it with soda and make kind of like a wine cooler. They were super good. Yes, I was young. No, I wasn't getting super drunk, but it was fun. And we used to play like, I don't know, like Truth or Dare and stuff like that. See, it was a fun job. But then I had to have back surgery. And my mom ended up meeting somebody and we ended up moving from Fullerton to Anaheim. And I had back surgery, so I couldn't work for like 6 months. And then I ended up getting a job at the McDonald's across from the high school that I went to in Anaheim when we moved there. So, yeah. I think I'm going to go off and finish this look, and then I'll be back because we're already at 17 minutes. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of story time. We're just jumping around all over the place, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back when I'm done getting ready. Hey guys, I'm back. I did my mascara. I used my Laura Geller Fortifying Lash Primer with my Essence Lash Princess mascara. I think it looks nice. You tell me. Can you see? I love it. I love my lashes like this. I used my KVD Cake Pencil for my upper waterline. Dun, dun, dun. I used my Hocus Pocus ColourPop gel liner for the bottom waterline. Sistas, I think that's the color. I'm not sure, but this is what it looks like. I think it's pretty. I'm on a pink kick lately. Every time I pick up a palette, I'm going towards the like pinky mauvey shades all the time. I need to try some other colors soon. And then for my lip liner, I used AOA Studio Wonder Lip Liner from Shop Miss A. This color is Vintage. That's what she looks like. I just put that as the liner. And then I used this Mellow Liquid Lip right here. This is in the shade Auckland, I think. I don't know if you can see that. That's what I used for my lips. Dun, dun, dun. I think it's a pretty color. I like it, even though you're not going to be able to see it because I'm going to be at work wearing a mask. And then I used my Marc Jacobs lip gloss. I keep trying to figure out what the hell that smell is. Is it like candy cane or something? I don't know. It's kind of like a Christmassy smell. I'll figure it out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I like this palette. It's LA Girl, so I know it's affordable, which is amazing because you don't have to be bougie. You don't have to be like super expensive and like, you know what I mean? You don't have to buy like the Jeffree Star and all that stuff. You can find affordable makeup that's going to do just as good of a job. I think the look is nice. What do you guys think? I don't have any patchiness. I think it went on pretty good. I don't know, just my opinion, but I'm not picky and I'm a drugstore girl. I'm not like fancy smancy, you know? Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I hope it wasn't too all over the place and, you know, we'll get into some more stuff that I probably missed out on. So I'm going to go because I got to get to work. I hope you all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening. I hope that I will see you in my next video. I love you so much, Kat. Thank you again for doing another Get Ready With Me Wednesday. On to year number 2. All right. I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video. Stay safe and take care. Bye.